Who were the Mayans? Who were the Aztecs? These names echo through the jungles and mountains of Central America, conjuring images of lost cities, mysterious glyphs, and ancient wisdom. But behind the stone and legend, who were the people that shaped these civilizations? What drove them to build, to conquer, to gaze at the stars and ponder the fate of the world? They were civilizations of brilliance, masters of art, architecture, mathematics, and astronomy. Their achievements still inspire awe, centuries after their cities fell silent. They rose amidst the dense green jungles of Mesoamerica, carving their stories into stone and building monuments that have withstood the test of time. Their cities were not just places to live, but centers of ritual, learning, and power. They built cities of wonder, Chichen Itza, Tikal, Teotihuacan, each a testament to their ingenuity and vision. Towering pyramids, sprawling plazas, and intricate carvings spoke of a people deeply connected to their land and their gods. They studied the stars and heavens above, tracking the movements of planets and the cycles of the moon. Their observatories and calendar stones reveal a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos, rivaling that of any ancient culture. The Mayans, flourishing from as early as 2000 BC, crafted a complex understanding of time. Their calendar system was not just a way to mark days, but a sacred tool, interwoven with their myths and rituals. Their calendar, more accurate than any until modern times, tracked cycles of creation and destruction. It was a cosmic clock, measuring not just the passage of years, but the destiny of worlds. The Aztecs, emerging centuries later, built an empire on conquest, trade, and a deep reverence for the cosmos. Their capital, Tenochtitlan, was a city of wonders, floating on a lake, its temples rising toward the sky. Their mythology saw the universe as a cyclical tapestry, constantly being woven and unwoven by the gods. Every era, every world, was destined to end and begin anew in an endless dance of creation and destruction. These civilizations, though separated by time and geography, shared a profound belief in the impermanence of existence. Their stories, their art, and their science all pointed to a universe in flux, where nothing lasted forever. They believed the universe was not eternal. Instead, it was fragile, subject to the whims of gods and the cycles of time. Their myths spoke of worlds before ours, destroyed and remade in fire, flood, and darkness. They foretold of an end, an apocalypse that would sweep away all that was known. These prophecies were not just warnings, but reminders of the power and mystery of the cosmos. Their prophecies, steeped in mythology and mathematics, continue to fascinate us today. We search their codices and carvings for clues, hoping to understand how they saw the world and how they imagined its end. Let's journey back in time, to an age when the jungle was alive with the voices of priests and kings, and the night sky was a canvas for prophecy and wonder. Let's explore the world of the Maya and the Aztecs, walking in the footsteps of those who built empires and dreamed of eternity. Let's uncover the mysteries of their apocalyptic prophecies and see what secrets still lie hidden in stone and story. Let's marvel at the grandeur of their lost cities and listen for the whispers of ancient Americas, echoes of a world both distant and hauntingly familiar. The Mayans were masters of timekeeping. They observed the movements of planets and stars. They developed intricate calendars. Their most famous, the Long Count calendar, began in 3114 BC and ended on December 21st, 2012. This date was not the end of the world. It was the end of a cycle. It was a time of transformation, of rebirth. The Mayans believed in cyclical time, in eras of creation and destruction. Their prophecies, recorded in codices, told of floods, earthquakes, and celestial events. These events marked the end of one age and the beginning of another. The Mayans believed that by understanding the cycles, they could prepare for the future. The Aztecs, like the Mayans, looked to the heavens. They saw omens in the stars, in the movements of the sun and moon. Their mythology is rich with stories of gods and goddesses who controlled the cosmos. They believed that the universe had gone through 5 cycles, or suns. Each sun ended in a cataclysmic event. They believed they were living in the 5th sun, the age of the sun god Tonatiuh. To appease Tonatiuh and delay the end of their world, the Aztecs performed human sacrifices. They believed that offering the blood of their enemies would sustain the sun and keep the forces of darkness at bay. The Mayan prophecy for 2012 sparked global fascination and fear. Some interpreted it as a prediction of the end of the world. Others saw it as a time of spiritual awakening. The Mayans never spoke of a global apocalypse. Their prophecies were more nuanced. They spoke of change, of transformation, of the end of one era and the beginning of another. The year 2012 was not the end. It was a transition point. It was a time to reflect on the past and prepare for the future. The Aztecs believed they were living in the era of the fifth sun, a cosmic age that, according to their mythology, was both a blessing and a curse. This fifth sun was not the first. In fact, the Aztecs told stories of 4 previous worlds, each destroyed by catastrophic events like floods, jaguars, fiery rain, and devastating winds. But the fifth sun, their current age, was prophesied to end in earthquakes so powerful that the earth itself would be torn apart, swallowing cities and mountains alike. The Aztecs lived with the constant awareness that their world was fragile, balanced on the edge of destruction. They believed that the earth could split open at any moment, unleashing chaos and ending their civilization in a cataclysmic upheaval. This looming threat shaped their worldview and daily lives, influencing everything from their rituals to their architecture. To prevent this fate, the Aztecs devoted themselves to appeasing the gods through elaborate ceremonies and offerings. Their temples, like the Gran Templo Mayor, were centers of both spiritual and political power, where priests performed rituals to maintain cosmic balance. Every festival, every offering was a plea for mercy, a hope that the gods would grant them more time under the fifth sun. Central to their mythology were the gods Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl. Tezcatlipoca, the enigmatic god of night, chaos, and sorcery, was often depicted as a powerful force of destruction. In contrast, Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, symbolized knowledge, creation, and civilization. Their eternal struggle was more than just a myth. It was a metaphor for the balance between order and chaos, light and darkness that defined the Aztec universe. The outcome of this cosmic battle, the Aztecs believed, would ultimately determine the fate of the world. If chaos triumphed, the fifth sun would fall and humanity would be lost. But if order prevailed, the sun would continue to rise and life would go on, at least for a little while longer. To keep the sun moving across the sky and to hold back the forces of darkness, the Aztecs believed that human sacrifice was not just a tradition, but a necessity. They saw themselves as responsible for feeding the gods with the most precious gift they could offer, human hearts and blood. These sacrifices were acts of devotion, meant to sustain the universe and keep Tezcatlipoca's destructive power at bay. By offering the hearts of their enemies captured in battle, the Aztecs believed they could delay the inevitable end of their world. Each ritual was a desperate attempt to buy more time, to ensure that the sun would rise again, and that their civilization could flourish for another day beneath the ever-watchful gaze of the gods. The Mayans and Aztecs built magnificent cities, rising from the dense jungles and high plateaus of Central America and Mexico. These ancient civilizations were master builders, transforming the landscape with their vision and ingenuity. Their cities, often perched atop hills or nestled deep within forests, seemed to touch the sky, earning them the nickname Cities in the Sky. These cities were not just collections of stone buildings, they were vibrant centers of life, culture, and innovation. Bustling marketplaces thrived with traders exchanging goods from distant lands, while grand plazas hosted ceremonies, dances, and games. Here, people gathered to celebrate, worship, and share knowledge, making these cities the beating hearts of their civilizations. Their pyramids and temples, aligned with the stars and planets, stand today as testaments to their advanced understanding of astronomy and mathematics. These structures were not only places of worship, but also observatories, where priests and scholars tracked the movements of celestial bodies to create complex calendars and predict important events. The Mayans and Aztecs valued knowledge deeply. Artisans carved intricate glyphs into stone, recording history and myth, while scribes wrote codices filled with astronomical data and stories. Education was important, with children learning from elders and priests, ensuring that wisdom was passed down through generations. Chichen Itza, a Mayan city in the Yucatan Peninsula, is one of the most iconic examples of this legacy. At its heart stands El Castillo, the pyramid dedicated to Kukulkan, the feathered serpent god. This structure is a marvel of engineering and symbolism. designed to awe and inspire all who approach it. During the spring and fall equinoxes, the setting sun casts a shadow that resembles a serpent slithering down the pyramid stairs, a breathtaking spectacle that draws thousands of visitors each year. This phenomenon demonstrates the Mayans' precise knowledge of astronomy and their ability to blend science with spirituality. Teotihuacan, a vast city north of present-day Mexico City, predates the Aztecs by centuries. At its height, it was one of the largest cities in the world, home to tens of thousands of people from diverse backgrounds and cultures. It features the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon, massive structures that dominate the landscape and continue to inspire awe. These pyramids were centers of ritual and power, drawing pilgrims from across Mesoamerica. Teotihuacan was a melting pot of cultures, as seen in its vibrant murals and diverse artifacts. Today, visitors from around the world walk its ancient avenues, marveling at the achievements of those who came before. The city's layout reflects the Aztecs' cosmological beliefs, with its avenues and pyramids aligned with the stars. These alignments were not accidental. They were carefully planned to connect the earthly realm with the heavens, reminding all who lived there of their place in the universe. The architecture of the Mayans and Aztecs is not merely impressive. It's a testament to their sophisticated understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering. Their cities were not just places to live. They were microcosms of the universe. The pyramids were not just tombs for rulers. They were symbolic representations of mountains, believed to be sacred places where heaven and earth met. The temples were not just places of worship. They were observatories, where priests tracked the movements of celestial bodies. Every structure, every carving, every glyph tells a story. They offer glimpses into the beliefs, the fears, and the aspirations of these ancient civilizations. The Mayans and the Aztecs may be gone, but their legacy lives on. Their prophecies continue to intrigue us. Their cities continue to inspire awe. Their understanding of the cosmos continues to challenge our own. Their story reminds us that we are part of something larger than ourselves. It reminds us to look to the stars and question our place in the universe. It reminds us that even the most powerful civilizations are not immune to the passage of time. The mysteries of the Mayans and Aztecs are far from solved. New discoveries are constantly being made, challenging our assumptions and deepening our understanding of these ancient cultures. Are you fascinated by ancient history? Do you seek to unravel the secrets of lost civilizations? Then join our community of explorers, historians, and dreamers as we delve deeper into the mysteries of our universe. Follow us on this journey of discovery. Subscribe to our channel and embark on a cosmic adventure.